Welcome back to In the Zone, broadcasting here at the Crystal City Sports Club in Arlington, Virginia. I'm your man James Flamez, and here with Jason Herbek. Now it's time to talk a little bit about some other topics going on in the NFL. Now, what has been the biggest surprise so far this season, Jason? For good or for bad?
I think I got two good, one bad.
Okay, what's your good?
The good, San Fran being 9-2.
Oh, are you a 49ers fan?
I'm not, but I just didn't see that coming.
Okay.
Because looking at the schedule of that Thanksgiving game against Baltimore, I didn't think that was going to mean anything except for just the hardballs going against each other. 9-2, leading that division. I mean, I don't see any way they're not going to win that division. The other good surprise I got is Cam Newton. You know, I thought he'd be good, but I didn't know he was going to be this good this soon. He's got 12 passing touchdowns, 10 rushing touchdowns. He does have 14 picks, but I can live with that as a rookie. And he's got 3,000 yards already.
Yeah. No, I agree with the Cam Newton thing.
You're not surprised by it? You thought the 49ers were going to be 9-2?
I'm very surprised by Cam Newton. I'm just a little salty because the man Demetrius out here was supposed to trade me Cam Newton on his fantasy team, but he never traded it to me. So, so I'm still a little salty about that.
All right.
But he's finishing at the bottom, so I can't really do that. He should have done what I said anyway. Sorry. Anyway, I'm surprised a little bit about Cam Newton. Now, I am surprised. I was a little hard on you before. About Detroit. Okay, I was a little hard. I am surprised that Detroit is doing as well as they've been doing. Okay, I am a little shocked. Now,
You've been crushing Detroit since last season.
I have been crushing Detroit.
That's the Sue suspension will hurt them though.
I gave you your props a little bit. I mean, they went down some, but they're starting to come back up. But I'll give you that. Detroit's doing well. We were all a little surprised about Buffalo and all those, but they're coming back down there.
Yeah.
But Detroit, I think, is a real big bright spot. One of the other biggest surprises here is your man Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
5-1 as a starter. What do you make of that?
Dude just knows how to win. I mean, watching that Chargers game last week, there wasn't any doubt in my mind they were going to win that game. Same against the Dolphins, were up 15-0 with 2 minutes left. I knew he was going to find a way to win that game.
Yeah, I think there has to be something said, and we hear it on all the stations, everything, something to be said for the intangible factor of just being a gamer at game time. I mean, we give props to all these quarterbacks, 6'4", look good, throw the ball deep, and they're just not gamers.
I mean, that dude, I think in the Chargers game, he had 22 carries. I mean, that's more than any running back usually.
Yeah, they said the most since the merger.
Yeah.
Before quarterbacks were quarterbacks.
Back rocking the leather helmets.
Yeah. the leather, the Tim Tebow leather helmet days.
I think he would be just as much of a beast in the leather helmet right now.
I think so too.
I wouldn't bet against that dude.
You think they make the playoffs?
Yeah, I do.
They're going to beat out the Raiders and the Chargers.
They already beat all three. They already beat all three division teams on the road with Tebow.
Wow.
I mean, I think they can do it. The Raiders, McFadden, he's fragile. He's been out the past month. I think he's going to play this week, but they're not unbeatable. It wouldn't surprise me either way if the Raiders or the Broncos won that division. But I wouldn't bet against Tebow. I'll just say that.
I'll just say that would make John Elway really salty.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He don't know what to do in that situation.
He doesn't. He wants to get rid of Tim Tebow so bad, but he can't. The team's winning. Tim Tebow's really sticking it to him. Yeah. I like that though. I like sticking it to the organization.
Yeah.
So when they're all against you, sometimes you just have to just.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just Tebow. It's a total team effort. But I mean, you look at the way the team has stepped up since Tebow got inserted as a starter. I mean, it's like the whole defense believes that they're going to win the game no matter what.
Yeah. Now, believing in people. MVP time.
Oh, I got one more surprise.
Oh, you got another surprise? Okay,
yeah,
let's
the
get
bad
the surprise.
one.
Okay, get to the bad surprise.
The Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles.
I mean, I'm sorry about that, but there's people on the set today that
that are Eagles fans.
I mean, the self-proclaimed dream team is 4-7.
Yeah, I was trying to console her before the show. But everything will be all right. Although they're at the bottom, just like the Redskins are. And they've taken we're all at the bottom, but they just took a longer fall, so they're hurting a little more.
Yeah.
We had expectations, but
who had expectations? The Redskins did?
Well, we had a little. I mean, 3-1. You gotta say we had some benchmark to go with. I mean,
Come on, man. The Eagles had expectations. The Redskins had no expectations.
We had hopes, Jason. Can you just give me a hope?
hopes by blind homers, but come on, man. Look, the Eagles, they got to figure something out. They need to keep Andy Reid, all the fire Andy Reid stuff. That's garbage. Dude's a good coach. They're going to get rid of Deshaun Jackson this offseason, get rid of that headache, which I'll gladly take him on Miami.
I take him too.
He just needs to change the scenery. I would not be surprised to see him on the Redskins next
better
year.
believe it, baby.
Because he has the talent. He just needs to get his head in the game. But last week, going across the middle in the end zone with the alligator arms, Philly's not going to put up with that.
Well, you know, that's just the type of players sometimes we come across, some talented head cases, as we've seen. So, MVP time. Who you got?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers. I don't see how you could go with anybody else at this point.
Yeah.
Dude has 33 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 2 rushing touchdowns, and almost 3,500 passing yards. And the team's undefeated. I don't know what more you want out of an MVP candidate.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you can't argue against Aaron Rodgers. I would say you could sneak other people in that argument if you wanted to, but ultimately it will go to Aaron Rodgers. But if you wanted to sneak some people in, you could sneak in your boy Tebow if they make the playoffs. I mean, the numbers ain't pretty, but I mean, that team was 2-14 last year?
Yeah.
Won 2 games, second pick in the draft. Terrible.
Who's been a beast. Von Miller has been a beast.
Yeah, and they came out the gate. I don't know what they came out the gate in, but it wasn't good. It was like 1-4 or something like that before they put Tebow in. But Tebow, and you could also argue Drew Brees in there, but they're staying on the low. He's on the low right now. The whole Saints team is on the low. That's my.
I think really you could even put Peyton Manning as the MVP this year because you look at what the Colts are doing without him. That's the definition of an MVP right there,
too. Jason. Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Colts MVP for not playing.
That's right.
And then seeing how bad they are.
Yep. Which he might be somewhere else next year too if they draft Luck.
We're going to talk about that.
I could see a certain owner maybe offering like a king's ransom of draft picks to get him.
We're going to talk about that later when Brandon comes. Yeah, I got some conspiracy theorists through my sources.
Okay.
Yeah, through my sources.
Okay.
Before we head out here, which team do you think is destined to make the Super Bowl? Who do you think is on pace there?
I mean, it's got Green Bay.
Green Bay. Your Super Bowl. Remind us really quick. Who was your Super Bowl picks?
I believe I had a rematch of last year, Green Bay and Pittsburgh.
No, you picked the Patriots because we had the same thing.
Yeah, that was the alternate pick.
Yeah,
you tried to be like me.
You're right. No, you tried to be like me. I picked the Packers and the Patriots, and I think my ultimate pick was Packers-Steelers. I think. I could go back and check the tape. Don't sleep on my Bengals, man.
That's another good surprise this year, too.
They are doing very good. I was going to bring that up. I was waiting for them to beat the Steelers, and I was like, I can't wait to beat the Steelers. I'm going to bring that up to Herbek. Like, sleep on my Bengals. I'm just a year off. But the dark horse team, I think, will be the Saints. I think the Saints are going to huddle. They're going to be right there. The Bears, I think, are now out.
Yeah,
now Cutler's out. Yeah, they're out.
It's funny because right before he got hurt, I was saying that would be my sleeper pick to make it. But because they were hitting on all cylinders, and then the Cutler injury.
Yeah, and the Saints and the Packers played in the first game of the season, and that was a heck of a game.
Yeah, it was.
So I'm still sticking with my Packers Patriots on the money, but I'm surprised these Saints are the dark horse to get up in there. Drew Brees, man.
Yeah.
Can't imagine. I mean, did you see Drew Brees in that huddle on Monday night? He was doing his thing. Man's got some rhythm, man. He was doing his thing, man.
You see him after he scored the touchdown? He did like the Jordan baseline rock the cradle.
Man. Yeah, man. He was down, man. I gotta like that from Brees. We need a quarterback that can do that. I don't think we have one, though.
You don't think Beck's that guy?
I don't think Grossman or Beck's got rhythm like Brees.
Nah, I don't think they do either.
No, it's down in New Orleans. It's that deep south there thing. Well, it's time for a break. When we come back, we're going to check out some NBA stuff, actually. Some stuff going around in Summer League. Your boy Braun and Durant.
That's your boy. That ain't my boy.
I'm sorry.
Durant. I'll take Durant. You can have LeBron.
No, I don't want LeBron. I was going to make a Delonte West joke, but I decided not to. I don't want to come after me. Keep it locked right here. We'll be back.
You know Delonte rolls with the guitar case full of guns.
Yeah, I know.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. You got to be careful with that.